Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Grave Mistakes podcast. Today, we're going to be covering the much anticipated fantastic experience, Obsession.
I was calling to see if there's a way I can alter a wish.
Like to cancel your wish?
No. It's okay to keep the. I just want to know if I can like alter it a little.
I'm sorry, we don't really do that.
No.
If you have any questions about how the wish works, or if you read the back of the box.
Is it even real?
Yeah, it's real.
No, I know that is her love real?
Just because you chose this for her doesn't make it less real.
And of course, like always, Slim is going to give you your synopsis.
Yeah, this is a pretty short synopsis, but we have the titular character, Bear, who has a childhood friend, and he has a crush on this person, our Nikki. Bear is a very insecure person. He is not very forthcoming, and he wants to let this girl know that he loves her and will like to date her, but he does everything wrong and does not do that, and instead takes a cop out and finds a kind of like a wishing stick, a wishing willow. And if you break it, you make a wish, and whatever happens is supposed to come true. Bear doesn't know that, but it actually does come true. And Nikki becomes obsessed with him. And we kind of see how that goes throughout the story.
Oh my goodness. Okay. As per usual, break into theater experience. So we did obviously finally get to see this the opening weekend or opening weekend adjacent. And how did that go for you?
Oh, that was awesome, man. Like, I had a packed out theater. Did you too?
Yeah, pretty much. I'd say like 75% packed out. Was definitely like kind of nervous because I'm pretty sure like this. No, that was a different screening. I was going to say because I had teens. And I was like, oh man, I actually want to see this movie. But they ended up locking in, and I think everybody was like really into it. Like I'm pretty sure I actually heard some comments from for some people in the theater being like, oh, yo, this is actually kind of like, you know what I'm saying? So pretty solid experience. Not as interactive as I'd expect from a horror movie, but there's definitely like a collective angst for sure. Especially when Nikki was tweaking, like, you know, everybody was kind of like, oh my, okay, all right. But it wasn't like like we didn't get any, you know.
Yeah, we had like a lot of shock and awe, but like my laughter every time something happened, but we was dying. Like I don't know why, like it's something about my theaters, man, but like I was laughing too, but I was happy, like, you know, they were laughing with me. So yeah,
I was laughing probably louder than most people. Like I think I was trying to carry the theater. I was trying to carry
I'm sorry.
I know.
Damn, that really sucks. No one was laughing in there.
Like giggles, but like Unc was trying to be dramatic. Like I was like you know, and they were like, huh. You know, nonchalant. You know?
Nah, bro, we was all dying. We had a pretty mixed bag. Like, it wasn't just teenagers; it was just like younger couples usually. Yeah. I know you saw this with your partner. How was the viewing experience with your partner for this movie in particular?
Oh, I'm pretty sure they managed to fall asleep, even like at the scariest part of the movie. But they did absolutely love the 90% that they did remember. Now, in their defense, they were obviously exhausted. But it was like, they loved it so much. They thought it was great. And,
awesome.
You know, they thought it was pretty cool. But like, we were even talking about it after, like the concept of the movie and the way it was executed and the horror, it was all just like, it's the perfect weird horror setup. It's got like an artifact with almost no context, but put in like a world with real Gen Z people that are kind of like our age, and like just like Talk to Me, just like Bring Her Back, and just like some Jordan Peele movies, it feels like essential to creating like a perfect a horror environment.
Yeah, like these movies that have been coming out recently, like you just named a lot of them, but like this just feels like this kind of defines like 2020's horror for me. You know?
Yeah. Oh
like,
yeah.
This is the vibe. Like when I look back and be like, oh yeah, this is the shit I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
4K, instantly put that shit on my wall. Oh, weapons too. Yeah, like it's just like there's something, and like, you know, and I think that's what makes horror perfect is like when you add some like spooky shit, but you don't really give it the full backstory. I think that's what like horror movies from like the 70s, 80s, and 90s kind of did that was different. Is there'd be the family that isn't quite super relatable, because they'd always do some dumb shit, and then they'd just stumble upon like an artifact, a ghost, a house, etc. and then the scary shit would start happening, and then in the middle of the movie you'd get like a flashback scene, or like a priest or somebody would show up on the screen and give you a 45-minute face-to-face monologue to the whole cast about where it came from, what it does, what the history of it is, and you were like, oh, that's so cool, but it loses the flavor of the scare. When you have like a little stick, like it's basically like a toy you'd get at like the shittiest rest stop in a new state you've never been to. It's like, oh, like what the fuck is this? Like you'd never think it's real. And it's even better because the woman at the counter has an AirPod in, half listening to Bear, and she's like, oh yeah, by the way, people come back all the time and just like basically want to disappear. Just they just want to stop living.
They said this ruined their lives.
Yeah, it's completely ruined their life.
Yeah.
And then she just hits like the, and he's just like, all right, I'll take it. That'll be 458, and he has no idea. But that's the best part. Yeah.
Yeah, he has like good intentions of going to this like the story. I guess we can get into like the story. First thing we could talk about also before we get into the story is like we were talking about the director, and we just brought up like weapons and like barbarian and like Zach Kreger. He's a comedy writer before this. Yeah, and same thing with this guy. Like YouTube channel. I like I said before, I only seen like a couple clips from him, but I remember him being like a pretty funny dude. And there's like another connection with this comedy horror thing. We got Jordan Peele, and then Zach, and then this guy comes out of nowhere. First big movie, just goes absolutely crazy.
And I think the people that did talk to me as well. There's two pipelines: the comedy to horror pipeline, and that seems to have like kind of been popularized at least by the Jordan Peele. And then our generation is YouTubers who are making shorts, comedy shorts, etc. Transition it because now we're getting the back rooms. Like I said before, we got the Talk to Me guys, and now we have Curry Barker, all like from a YouTube background, primarily focusing on kind of like comedy and stuff, transitioning into the horror genre, and it's working really well. There's something about like, and I don't know why too, because their movies feel kind of similar, like in concept, like, but they're extremely original, and that's the refreshing thing. So there's something about like when we were kids, like opening up YouTube and watching like a 15-minute creepypasta video when you were supposed to be going to sleep in middle school, that I think has like completely formed our sense of what's scary. Because like there's just no other way to describe it, it's not like, it doesn't feel like these older movies do. They don't feel as like professional, if that makes sense. Like it's like like this movie specifically too, like we grew up in the Midwest, so we know what it's like to have absolutely fucking nothing to do, like especially during like the colder months of the year. So we've got this cast of people, and the one friend, his favorite thing to do every single week, the only thing he holds on to is going to trivia. Trivia, and it's just like that's like such like a concept that just feels so like authentic. And like even the way they talk to each other, like when in the beginning of the movie, when Bear is pouring his heart and soul and the camera doesn't cut off of him, you think he's basically confessing his love to someone. And the camera cuts, and it's the diner waitress, and his friend's looking at him like he's the dumbest fucking guy he's ever seen in his life, bro. The face acting, he was like, bro, don't say any of that shit, bro. Like, what are you doing? You're scaring the women. Like, she's not gonna fuck with that. It's so funny. Like that's like a conversation you and your friend would have. Like I 100% had that with my friends before. Like, bro, what are you tweaking right now? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
so
super real. Yeah, no, I'm surprised that the waitress didn't even give him any tips about like how to like go about that any better. Do you think he did a good job? Like that would have like helped any at all?
No,
it's way better than what he did, obviously.
Well,
but,
So like, I think the point of this character is he's slightly incel-y and slightly like I deserve love because I'm a hopeless romantic. Like it's kind of evil and sinister on accident. It's like because he's like a good guy, because he like genuinely believes in romantics, and because I guess his life is kind of shitty in general, there's like a bit of him that thinks he deserves to get the girl. Like he's downloaded a little bit too much from like old movies or books and stuff where it's like you just like pour your heart out, you get the girl, she's basically complicit to everything. But that's just not how it works. Now, to answer your question, actually, I think the movie does prove that it would have been better for him to just be authentic and honest, because
of course
later in the movie, right after he purchases the Wishing Willow, and he's talking to her, she stops and she's like dead ass, like, do you like me? and he's trying to fucking aura farm and be like the nonchalant dude, and he's like, why are you being so weird? And then she kind of sighs and goes back in the house, and that's what makes him do the. And that's what's interesting to me, because I'm like, later the movie implies that, or it actually directly says that she's been sleeping with his best friend, like on and off, but it doesn't really mean anything, which is supposed to trigger the character to delay them fixing Nikki. But what I think it was showing is that like there's a chance that like she might have been into him, you know? And maybe if she wasn't, the movie definitely communicates to us that like that's just tough for him and you got to keep it stepping. I have heard a lot of things about people getting the wrong message from this movie, but we can get into that later.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's get into it, and then we could talk about Bear. Also, did you know his name? Every time I heard him them say his name, I was thinking his name was Baron. His name is Baron, but they just call him Bear.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way this nigga's name is Bear. No, but his name, because every time he said, I'm like, oh, I guess it might be Baron, but I'm looking at like the description. It says Baron Bear Bailey. That's just his name.
They did that.
His nickname is Bear.
No idea what his full name is. That is such a slim thing to do, is to hyperfixate on the character's full government name, first, middle, and last. What's funny to me is I heard Bear and I just went, they call him Bear, and you were like, surely he's got a government name somewhere. No one's name is Bear.
Bear in? Yeah, there's no way. Yeah,
you're like, it's like when somebody has like a rapper name and you're like, son, what did your mom give you?
Yeah.
You're not down with Bear. Okay, so I think we should probably start getting into the meat and potatoes, and then like when we get to the end, we can talk about what the movie actually means. But man, oh my gosh, like okay, movie starts out as we said with the diner scene, and we're like, okay, cool. So we have authentic characters. There's kind of similar to like a young age, and we already established like the dynamic of the group. And then he talks about trivia. And then when they go to trivia, you meet everybody. You finally get to meet Nikki. You meet Sarah. Obviously, you're already familiar with the best friend. And this is like the quintessential group of four people. Who's Ian? Oh, Ian's the friend's name?
Ian is the best friend, yeah.
Yes, you're right. Okay. So Ian's kind of like this slight ass. He's not a jock character, but he feels a little preppy, like a little privileged at least. So he's like the slightly privileged, like rich friend who might be overconfident. Obviously Bear is like the hopeless romantic, slightly incel-y kind of dude. And then we've got Sarah, who's kind of like the chill girl next door. Like the actual chill girl next door that's like, has personality, has like problems, etc. And then there's
tattoo, she be smoking. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then there's Nikki, who is like too cool for school. Like everything about her is just down, if that makes sense. Like she's what the conventional dude would be obsessed with. Like she's super chill. She's giving $20 to homeless people. She's
somebody else's $20. Yeah.
Yeah. She's at the bar. She's like, hey, let's have a couple shots. She's like, she's talking to you like a dude instead of like a love interest, quote unquote. And then obviously she dresses like, kind of down and stuff like that. And so, he's obsessed. She's like, and I think Curry did a really good job at just like creating this perception of like what a perfect girl looks like from the male gaze's perspective. Like the idea, it's almost like a reverse Patrick Bateman, like instead of the self being fabricated, the idea of the girl is fabricated, and that's what the movie communicates to be so dangerous. So what was your initial perception of Nikki and them, like the friend group in general?
It was kind of hard, but we kind of I forgot this scene happened, but Bear's cat died, and like they kind of talk about that, and they all have like different like responses, and it seems like Sarah is like kind of the most genuine, and like even gives him a hug and like wants to talk to him about it. But then like I forget how it goes with Nikki, but it's just I don't think it's the same. And
he doesn't tell her until the car.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yes. So, but it just seems like he's so just infatuated with this Nikki, but he doesn't see like obviously what's right in front of him. Like Sarah just seems like she's just into him the entire time. And I think like they leave the bar And Nikki's like, yeah, I think I'm tired, guys. I guess I'll go somewhere else. And of course, Bear is like, because this is supposed to be the night that he's supposed to ask her out, right? But
yes, but
like,
Ian's
"Cannot
oh,
ruin my
bro,
favorite
that is,
night."
bro, that shit was so funny. That's one of the funniest things in the movie was Ian just being like, fucking stop, like at the table. He was like,
Yes.
he's like, and Ian was like, bro, don't do it. And
No, they all pull up at the bar.
yes, and
Like,
they
yeah,
go to
let me
interrupt him,
stop
bro. That
this.
was so funny, bro. Yeah, that was good.
But yeah, no, we kind of get to see all like their dynamics, and like you said, like Ian just kind of like this. He's not like really like douchey, but like he does have elements of a douche, but he doesn't seem that bad. And Sarah just seems like this character who, who's trying to get into like, art school. She's like trying to make it out, and Bear is just
Bro.
his whole life is just seems like to just revolve around her, like just looking at Instagram pictures of Nikki and
Yep.
just like that. It's just kind of weird. Like I don't know. I feel like some people have kind of been like that through high school, just like looking at pictures of your crush. But Bear's like 25. Like Bear has to be at least 25 or 24.
Bro's personality is liking this girl, and that's the other thing. It's like
That's it.
he doesn't have any. I don't think the movie ever communicates that he has any goals or aspirations, like at all. And then also like even his wardrobe choice feels uninspired. Like he's just this dude is putting clothes on, and then bro, when he gets back to his apartment and his cat's dead, it was just because I'm pretty sure he talked about some other shit happening before that. It was just like another thing. It was another like ring on the ladder. He was like, no, come on, and he starts crying.
Yeah.
And that was tough. And the camera was unforgiving. It just pointed at that motherfucker. Like just face down
Yeah,
on the
it
car.
was just face down. Yeah, we didn't even get to meet it before it passed, man. Like cats have such a bad rap in horror movies, man. Like I don't know what be going on.
Also-
the dogs would be dying.
He put the cat in a trash bag, which to me felt like something real people do, but it felt kind of crazy to me. Like I've never had like a dog or a cat pass away, but I don't know if putting them in a trash bag is the playoff rip. Like maybe using the trash bag as gloves to like, pick them up, put them in a towel or something, bring them to the
so
backyard.
You want an ancestral burial where they just put it straight into
Is
the
that what
ground.
people do? Are people just throwing their pets in the fucking garbage when they die? Like,
Oh, I hope not. You can probably call somebody, like a vet, to come pick it up if you don't want to do that. Or like, the shoebox method.
oh no, I didn't even know about
No, that's
this.
definitely what they do, right?
People just put their animals in shoe boxes when they die.
Yeah.
Thank you
and they
for
bury
providing
them.
me 8 years of comfort. Welcome to the Jordan 11 box. Like, oh my God, that's so bad. That's so bad. Could you imagine if we started doing that to family members? It's like you get clapped out and we throw you in like the 2003 Nissan Sentra.
Yeah.
And then we drive, we just
He loved that
drive the
car.
car to the lake.
Love that car. Yes.
Okay, yeah,
No,
that's fucked up, man.
that's a bad use of a box, though. Them Jordan 11 box. Come on. Man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, you gotta keep the box. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah,
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So, but to agree with what you're saying, though, yeah, Sarah is clearly like the more like wear her heart on her sleeve character, and for someone like Bear, who's also like like a hopeless romantic, for him to have obsessed with the wrong person, it is tough. And then so he goes to the store, and his whole thing is like, no, like Nikki would hate that. She hates like.
Yes.
It's like the lovey-dovey, hopeful stuff. But she's also a crystal person, so I don't know if they were right about that.
Right. Yeah. Like I think something happens to her crystal before they go to trivia, right? And
Yeah,
that's
she like
what,
drops that huh in the sink or something like that.
That's what makes Bear go to like the shop before to like pick something up, which is like it is a nice like action. Or do you think it's just kind of thirsty?
Oh,
Because they're not together.
He's thirsty. Like let's be for like okay, so
But they friends though.
Yeah.
Think about it.
but okay, so she FaceTime him, and bro, did motherfucking face light up like it like like he just got an acceptance letter to college, or like he just won $1 million. Oh my gosh! Answers the phone. And then he's like, hey, like, bro, he's like the cringy anime character down here, and I can't do it. And so, yeah, so in the middle of the conversation, he's basically doing the, by the way, this is a meme. I don't know if you've seen these TikToks, but it's like the fatal moment where your guy best friend says some shit like, I have to tell you something, or they'd be like, I like somebody, him really well. It's like, God damn it, no, you know, like, bro, it's like, oh my, like, that's who he is, bro. The whole time he's basically doing the, like, I have something to tell you bullshit. I can't handle it. But so, yeah, she drops the crystal. He's like, I have to go to the store. Like,
Yes.
so, by the way, this is funny to me because, like, so I don't participate in the religion, belief, superstition, or like spiritual concept of crystals and things. So I've never been into a store like this. So it makes me think, like, is this how these stores are for real? So he comes in and, you know, obviously he's talking to the girl, whatever, and then like he sees it, and I love whoever did like the graphic design for the Wishing Willow did a great job because it pops. It's like this.
It does.
Almost like retro themed, like it looks like a pack of gum in like 1950. It's like red and off white is like the color. So it's like it's a visual pop compared to everything that's very like natural and forest colored in this shop.
Earth tones in the store. Yeah.
And like when he picks it up, it's like boom, and you see it like very clear Wishing Willow, and you just know because you've seen the trailer. But at this point, you see the marketing material. The marketing material does a really good job at not telling you like how anything works, but it's just like all you know is he's made a wish with this thing, and it's gonna go bad.
Yes.
So after he makes the purchase, and he, you know, in the cashier pretty much warns him, we're off, and this movie does a really good job with pacing. Like it's pretty much like boom, 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 boom. There's no like I said, there's no useless like monologues or unnecessary context or flashbacks. It's just like we're straight in the car because he's like after the trivia night, he's like, Nikki, like I'm gonna take her home tonight, and his homie's like, oh my fucking god, bro. So you know they get there, and then he's being fucking weird the whole time and hiding the lead, and then that's when she's eventually like, do you like me? And he's like,
oh my god,
I'm good
like
with that.
he says like the freaky Nikki thing.
Oh
like,
my god, bro.
Yeah, it just made everybody in my theater is like, bro. It was like one of the bro, man, what are you doing moments. Like, why?
Yeah.
He's just so stupid. It pisses me off, man. Why are people like this?
Well, what's funny is that like his friend recommended it, and after the movie,
he was like, should I call him that? He was like, no, she does not like that. Do not call her that. He responds like that. And
no,
I don't know.
I swear it's the other way around. I swear Ian was like, be a little mean to her, call her Freaky Nikki, and he's like, no, she hates that.
God.
Which is interesting.
Oh, you're right.
Because our single friends, when they're talking, I have heard them specifically be like, nah, bro, you got to be flirtatious, like you got to be a little mean. I've heard this exact advice provided to people before, like, you know, be a little bit more nonchalant, don't be like such a sap, which is fair. Don't be a turbo glazer. That shit's weird. Like, don't be obsessed. You know, or like your favorite anime character. That's not how to play it. But like, but don't overdo it either. Like that's what he tries to be this other person. He's not like being playful with her. He's not like making fun of like something she did. Like she didn't trip, and he made a joke. Like, nah, yeah. He's like, haha, here's this nickname you hate. And bro, the way she turns around and immediately locks in a dead ass, like she doesn't even laugh it off. She's like, that's not funny. I don't like that.
Ew, why did you say that?
Like, bro, the way she like fully turns around too, and just like and like looks at the car. Like, I mean, she pretty much like participates as a Chick-fil-A employee by crouching down and becoming head level and instantly humanizing herself. Apparently there's a coffee shop somewhere where they stick their whole head in the window to talk to you, and there's like memes about it. But that's what it reminded me of. I was like, oh, that was a great way to instantly connect with somebody by doing that. So it makes it so much worse that he does that. And then obviously she starts walking back to her house, and this motherfucker pulls that bitch out like a Glock 19 and goes, I wish Nikki blah 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 was obsessed with me, and breaks it immediately. Like what a desperate thing to do. And the worst thing is it's not like in his pocket, or because he says it's a gift, by the way. And this is how you know this dude is low-key crazy, because he's supposed to give it to her. And then like he even does the thing where he's like, I got you a gift. And then, cause this is how you, bro, I'm telling you, this is how you know he's psycho, and he thinks it low-key might work, because he's like, I got you a gift, and she's like, where is it? And he goes, I left it at home. So it's like, at this point, because he knows it's not working, some part of him is like, I'm gonna try it, which is nuts. It's Delulu.
Dude, it's like, you only getting this gift if you say yes. Hey, that's what it feels like.
Crazy. Yeah. And then obviously, like, you know, the second he cracks it, like, and it has a jingle. And then she cracks it, and then like she instantly stops dead in her tracks. And then doesn't she go into the house? Yeah, she stops dead in her tracks, goes into the house, then comes back and this is where the Oscar-winning performance starts.
Yeah, she's like, my cat died. I mean, your cat died. So like that. It's like,
Instantly.
oh, I don't want to be alone. Like, can I come with you? He's like, nah, bro, chill, man, chill.
Oh
'Cause he
yeah,
doesn't,
yeah.
you know,
Like, now he's Duke Dennis for some reason. Like, like, yeah, like,
well, now we know Bear can like he can play game if only if the person's interested in him, and but that doesn't really happen.
and it's not even game. He's really just being uncomfortable.
Yes,
So
more like
I did watch an interview with I'm so sorry if I pronounced their name wrong. Like Inde, the person who plays Nikki. I think that's how you pronounce her name. So when she walks around the car, the reason it's so fucking awkward is because she forgot which way she was supposed to walk around the car. So she starts walking, realizes that it's different in the script, changes direction, goes, wait a minute, I should just continue. And then so it's like this weird like keep trying to go around the car, and it looks cool on camera. And so when she gets to his side, she's trying to take the seatbelt off. You're already like, I mean, I'm already immediately unsettled because like Nikki's character is like a little bit more like it's almost too personable, like too human in how she communicates. Like everything is like she's the type of motherfucker, if you were talking to them and she was your friend, she would stand way too close to you and make direct eye contact. Like there's just like an uncomfortable level of sociability that she has. And so when she's like obsessed with him, I was uncomfortable for him, and he's the one who made that horrible wish. So and also, I did see something that said that when she goes, my cat died, your cat died, it's implying that like whatever possessed her is like a mirror reflection of Bear and not Nikki. Like obviously we know it's not Nikki, but the reason they start off with my cat died is it's like a perverted image of Bear that possesses her.
Yeah, I saw the same thing, or just like Bear just having like this. Would you say it's like the same kind of version of him that like loves Nikki so much that it just kind of mirrored, and now it's like, oh, I love Bear so much, but I'm also Bear. You know, it's really weird.
Yeah, and it's obviously exacerbated, and then like man, like when they get back to his house, it's like the worst version of the characters hooking up in a TV show that you really wanted to hook up. Like this is a Tyler Posey Teen Wolf scenario. This is the second pod in a row I've referenced Teen Wolf. When we went to the Detroit Comic Con recently, and Tyler Posey was there, so it's on my brain again. But in any case, there's like many there's always moments in romantic TV shows where the two characters kind of awkwardly end up at the same place. Like it's after like a horror experience, like after a slash or something, when she does like the love interest does the classic like I don't want to be alone, and they're like can you like basically can we cuddle type shit. But in this one it's fucked up because she's possessed by a demon, and then she's in the bed and takes her shirt off, and he's low-key kind of geeking. He got the jeans and the shoes in the bed.
He's fully fitted out. Like this is the same clothes he was driving with.
But like all day,
so confused.
all day. Didn't shower, nothing. And then and she starts kind of fucking tweaking a little bit. Pretty much like they have the romantic kiss, and then she goes, what the fuck, and like flies off the bed, and now he's uncomfortable. Dude, and
like how they were just building up. Like I felt safe. I
did. Like, they fucked me up. Yeah, they fucked me up.
I think it happens twice that night. It was just like, oh, okay, like there's gonna they're gonna fuck. Yeah, they're gonna fuck. Yeah, so that's what I'm assuming. I'm just gonna see. But like no, she just breaks out. Like it seems like Nikki breaks out for a second. She's like, oh, and then like
back to reality. There goes gravity.
Yeah, bro. Like Bear, where are you at? Are you okay, Bear? Like it's just so creepy. She's so good at it, man. Like it just feels so off.
Like I've said this like 12 times off pod, and I'll say it again. Rent wasn't due for this actor. The house was about to get foreclosed, and they were putting up half court shots the entire movie. When I tell you, it genuinely looked like a person possessed. Like the dedication to the performance was unnerving. It was like every single like muscle in the face was activated. Every single like body language, everything was imposing. Like just like the line delivery was insane. Like I'll be honest, to provide a performance like this, you have to be a little crazy. Like not to say that not to make any allegations, but you got to be a little psycho to be able to put up a performance like this. This isn't like Anthony Hopkins where you're just an extreme professional who's a low-key a monster underneath. This is like are you okay? Like yes. But that's good.
Yeah, and apparently she doesn't like horror movies. That's just like,
Okay. Gotcha.
I don't know how she has a God-given ability to just be creepy,
Yeah,
but she's like, yeah, I ain't fucking with that.
Oh, you not? Well, we not either. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like people have turned you into a GIF on opening weekend, by the way. Like, bro,
Oh yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And
I've
so
seen.
he's fucking uncomfortable too. And this is the true, I think the true art of the character is the Bear is written in a way where he's like unassumingly evil. Like he's not like doing deplorable actions with deplorable thoughts. Like he becomes uncomfortable with this, although he is the curator of the situation. So, you know,
Yes.
everything as well as me, he's also like the victim, like in his own mind. So he's like, what's wrong with her? And obviously, like, you didn't believe the magic stick worked. You want to believe that, you know, she's actually into you. So he goes to sleep on the floor and is like, that shit was fucking mad uncomfy. And then when he sees Ian the next day, at work, he breaks it down. And she is the whole time because they work at like an instrument store, like a music
It's like
store.
a music shop.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. The whole time they talk, and she,
Bro, I'm breaking this whole conversation. They're talking like, yeah, she's been acting really weird, bro. Like,
like she's in the background of the shot, just doesn't move.
Yes, and I feel like after like this day, we have like the montage of them like falling in love, just like having a great time. And I don't know how many days have passed, but it feels like, you know, nothing like Bear calls later in the movie like weird happens from her, and like they're having a really good relationship.
Is the compilation have the sex scene? I want to talk about the sex scene. Is this?
I think the sex scene is after the
is that
restaurant.
After the party? Oh, after the restaurant. One of the two. Okay, we got you.
I want to say.
We'll circle back to it.
Yeah, but we get the montage. You think everything's like going pretty well, and it is. You know, they end up in a restaurant. They're talking, and I love how like inquisitive Ian has become, because he is just like so like dumbfounded.
He has not bought into it.
Going.
Because
because there's scenes of them being in like the shop and like kissing, and Sarah and like Ian are like, what the fuck?
Like, yeah.
Like, what's going on? And Ian's like, you know, we didn't really talk about it, but she lies saying that, you know, her dad's dying from cancer. And that's what really makes him like want to comfort her. And like, there's this lie about like her being on MDMA and like some other drugs.
Yeah, because I guess she has a history of using controlled substances before. So.
Oh, really? I didn't really peep that. They have like a
yeah, they said apparently they said she like used Molly or something before, and so like that's where they like led to the conclusion that it's possible.
It seemed believable. Yeah. So that's why, like, I guess that's also why, you know, you still have like a little bit of like
you don't know if it's magic yet at this point in the movie. You assume it is, like you're 90% sure, but there's a little part of you that's like, does she kind of like him? Like, I know especially I'm stupid for that, but yeah, exactly. From like the Bear's perspective, because the other thing is I'm always wary that movies will do like a Shyamalan twist, like you're gonna find out at the end that she's actually fucking insane and it's not the Wishing Willow. Because remember, he goes on the fake Reddit app. And all the things are saying, they're like placebo doesn't work, or it's just not helpful. But the sentiment is it's like probably not real.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, but we kind of get to the scene where they're just like, you know, they're having a good time. They're talking about the one thing we find out is he wants to be a food critic. Like Bear has aspirations, and
I forgot about that.
Comes out like about that because of he's talking to like the person he loves, and you know they having lovey-dovey comments. They're talking, and then extreme inquisitive, almost hater like Ian, he calls him like, "Hey, yeah, so I called the fucking hospital. I called the hospital where her dad's supposed to be. Yeah, they never heard of him. I called his workplace too. Apparently, he's been in every single day."
Bro became a murder detective. Bro turned into Shaft to find out. Bro, that's such hater energy. It's like your friend who you think is a little bit nerdier than you gets the girl, and you're like can't be. We gotta figure out what's going on. We're on the case, bro. Like,
yes, bro. It's like you lost your fuck buddy for like a couple weeks, and then he like, I don't like that. My situationship.
I don't like. Yeah. Right, you lost your situation, so you're gonna have to find a missing person. We got the first 48 over here. Bro's actually leading forensic files, so he can find out why he shouldn't be sleeping with some girl. Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, but he, oh my god,
which is accurate.
He walks away on the phone, like behind like some type of like glass in the restaurant, and he's like, and you see Nikki
Bro,
like
completely stands up in the restaurant and is like looking around the corner. Like, bro, so insane. Bro.
yes, but at times, like I feel so scared for Barry because like anytime he's on the phone or talking to somebody, I'm like, how good is her hearing? Like, is it just normal or is she just like, you know?
The thing that's super fucked to me too is the movie, like movies in the past, like any kind of supernatural possession style movie would have the character imitate being a person and tweak out only once in a while. This movie, like
Constantly.
from the start, there's something wrong, and it's just like it's not that it's hard to tell. It's more so that Bear doesn't want to accept the truth. So
yes, so many like unhuman like movements. It's so creepy.
And
like,
we haven't even gotten to the real shit that's like, oh no, you're absolutely a demon. But like, yeah, the standing up in the restaurant. Also, they shoot it like a spy movie. You know when Jason Bourne gets the phone call and they find out that the person they've been working with the whole movie is actually a double agent, and then they got to like cut the corner and pretend like everything is cool. So that was like that was a fun way to shoot it. My one criticism though is for a movie that's this like conscientious about like modern society, they missed the moment where they're having an insanely awkward conversation. The waiter walks over to ask if everything is still cool. Like,
oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't know. I guess is that a cliche when it comes to something like that?
A little, but I think there's a funny way to do it because it happens to me in real life every time. It's just like you know, you're talking about like, you know, like like something horrible that's happening in your life, and the waiter just goes over to either refill your water glass for way too long.
Oh, it's the best part. That shit is so funny.
Hey, how's your food?
Yeah.
You guys ready for dessert? It's like I just communicated that.
It's like I've lost before everything. They come up. We're talking. It's like, oh yeah, there's dick and balls everywhere. Oh yeah, you want some more water? Oh yeah, sure.
Or and they don't say anything. It's like that's when the worst one was when they announce themselves or they say something, it's fine. But when they just come to refill the water or take the empty plates, they don't say anything. So you're like, do I keep talking or do I create silence? It's never awesome. Yeah, okay, maybe that would have been a little cliche, but I would have laughed. I don't give a shit.
Oh no,
I'm simple.
Now that you bring it up, I think it'd been funny, you know, especially in this context.
Yeah.
But you know, he gets back to the table and he's like, oh man, like I saw like I think they posted a clip of this like before the movie came out on like social media, but I was like, oh man, like I didn't want to go through it again. But yeah, she's like, yeah, why'd you lie about your dad dying? And she just like, no, no, bro. It's just like, I know people have relationships where it's actually like this, and it's very scary.
Bro, it's like, because I'm pretty sure by this point she's standing completely up. And
all the way up.
And it's the no, and you think it's gonna be usually like a no transitions to like a scary laugh into like a monologue, but it's like no, and then like the fucking full face like sad, like about to cry in the restaurant. Everyone is, bro. Could you imagine if you were at the table next to them? Bro, remember was it we were at someone at the casino, we were leaving the casino and he was like the person was like, how the fuck did you lose $80? It's like, oh yes. It's like when couples start arguing, bruh, in public, it's like,
mind your business. Unless they start like actually fighting, like mind your business. Honestly, if that happens, I don't even know what I would do. Like
I'm just gonna stop talking and stare at them until they finish, like exactly like everybody else did. I was like, because the thing is, in a situation like that, everyone, like, your first thought is you feel bad for Bear. Like if you're a bystander who doesn't know the context, you're like, oh, that's fucking tough. He needs to figure that one out, you know?
Yeah.
And then they go back to the house, and is this when he was like, damn, is this when he hits her with the I'll be right back? Or is this like when we get the awkward sex scene? Bro, at some point in this movie, there's a sex scene. There's like a makeup sex scene. And they do a very important choice to make, even though she's possessed, there is absolutely, there is no enjoyment. It is a soulless, it's almost like a dead body making ambient noises. And it is so unsettling and so uncomfortable. And it's just to drive the point home that all of this is like genuine, like for the most part unconsensual. It's extremely fucked up, and that's not Nikki. There is no enjoyment of this. Like everything about this is wicked, and like it doubles down on the Barry is low key fucking weird, bro, because like he has absolutely no comment or reaction to this, and he's just like, man.
after like the restaurant scene, because I think the sex scene happens after that. Like he just becomes like unredeemable, like to me at least. Like once he just does not try to like fix the situation after she just like completely lies about her dad and like, you know, him wanting to comfort her, like quote unquote, like for that. And that's what everybody around them, like Sarah and Ian, like, oh, her dad died. Like that's the reason why, like, you know, they're trying to make sense of this, like this nonsensical situation. And then once that goes away, Bear's just like, I guess we finna fuck. And you're right. It's just so uncomfortable. And then afterward, it's so funny because she's like, oh, good job, baby. You did so good.
It's like, you know, that was like a minute 30. Like, you know what I mean? Like, had to be.
Yes. They showed us the beginning of end of that.
And I'll be honest, initially, like outside of the fact that she was possessed, I was like, he got some hating ass friends. But you understand why later, because it's like Ian was actually sleeping with her and knows that whatever, and then Sarah actually likes Bear and knows that Nikki was like, we basically like brothers, like bros friend zoned, you know. So it's like it kind of makes sense why they were hating. But
yeah, I do like how they kind of capture like that like this age is like 20s like drama when it comes to like friends and like relationships. Like even before him they were like, yeah, you know, like we had a conversation, she just like completely friend zoned you, man. I'm just telling you this now. This is something we talked about beforehand.
Now that you guys are like 6 months in and everything is wrong about this, I just wanted to let you know that she don't fuck with you for real. And that's the thing that's tough about Bear's life is in real life, one of your homies would have dropped that ball knowledge like immediately. Like for the second you like, I'm gonna ask her out. Obviously, probably not the homie that's sleeping with her, but like, I feel like if they're really this close, Sarah should have been like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, Ian messing with you. But I don't.
It's hard though, man.
No, I guess the dynamic is constructed perfectly because Sarah would never want to talk about that because she likes Bear and Ian's an asshole, so he would never communicate the truth. I don't know, bro. That's so wild to me, bro. Actually, I guess that's the point is like Ian's a fake ass best friend and then Sarah's the only chill person. And man, they'd be setting that up good too. She been getting rejection letters from college all throughout the movie, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, so they eventually get back to the crib, bruh, and then this is when we pretty much get the compilation of fuck shit, like when he wakes up in the middle of the night and she's in the corner of the room. By the way, my eyes were scrambling for her because she's talking and I'm fucking freaking out in the theater because I don't know where she's at. So I'm like, and then she steps out behind the bookshelf. I'm like, oh hell no, bro. The bookshelf? Why are we back there? Like, sitting in a random corner is one thing, but when you behind furniture, fuck that. And then he's saying whatever, and she's like, go back to sleep. And he's like, no. She's like, go back to, like, just starts fucking, like, you know, and you're like, and he pretends to be asleep, and then she moving around, bruh. And then, is this when she get the flowers? Is this the flower scene, bro? Was she fucking?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh
yeah, because
my
she's
God,
like first, like, I like to watch you sleeping. Go back to sleep. Bro, you're still keeping you sleep.
Just fucking terrifying. She's fucking, and also the I don't know how they did. I literally don't know how they did this camera wise. I think it was like a rewind trick. But there are movements that are so unnatural that they couldn't be made by a human. When
oh yes,
I think it seems like they did like a frame by frame rewind for some of her movements. So they just like they're showing the clip backwards, but in like literal frames instead of like continuous.
Yes.
So she does like these like. You know,
bro,
now if I find out that she did this as an actor, the Academy's calling.
Yeah, so one of my favorite parts, we were talking about like Nikki's like walking and her strange movements, and I love like Bear's like screaming. He's like, "No, stop, stop being weird."
Yeah.
One of my favorites, man. I just love every time it happened.
That was Michael Johnston being able to cook. You know, just like whole tweaking out because at this point it's like, and he keeps telling her through the movie. He's like, okay, so like if we're gonna do this, you have to stop being weird. No more weird shit. And then he's enjoying his lunch at work with his Post-it note while he's talking to Sarah about like, you know, life and sadness and etc. And then he opens the sandwich and is like, oh, this is cat. She put my dead cat in the sandwich. Because but before, by the way, I forgot to mention this, almost immediately after she becomes obsessed with him, when like the morning after they have the weird cuddle episode, she finds the dead cat and presents it on like a red pillow with like a shrine. And he's like,
in the kitchen where it died.
Which
yes.
Immediately after that, bro, like when he's like, I think she's on MDMA. we like 12 hours later, bro. That's a zombie.
I don't know, man. Like Bear, he's just he's obviously he's obsessed, but he's just looking past every single red flag, like every single red flag, everything. He's like, I just want the girl. I like the way she looks. That's it. I don't care how she acts.
Yeah, it's like we're not here for her. We're here for the idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, once he figures out he's eating the cat, he obviously projectile vomits, which is fucking insane. I heard another like.
Theory?
I saw another video or interview or something about the note. Apparently, there's like something on the note that relates to the cat where it says somewhere it says "not me," and it's the real Nikki communicating that it's not her doing all this.
Oh, so she like kind of. It's really weird. Like, if I feel like she wakes up a lot more like earlier on when this happens, and then later on it's only when like she's like asleep that we kind of like.
Yeah, because I think by that point it's like they're getting more fully taken over. And then so we get to the part where
I think he comes home because she's like, don't do anything.
Oh,
weird.
He went to work.
Stay still.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, she smiles and looks at the door, and it's one of those things where you're like, oh, she's gonna be there. I thought they were gonna do time lapse. Like I thought they were gonna do like it shows her, she's smiling, the door closes, and then I thought it was just gonna do like her staying in the exact same position, and then you can tell it's nighttime, and he walks back to the door, and he's back home from work, and he has no idea she's been staring at her the whole time. But no, he walks through the door, and there's piss, shit, and vomit all over the place, and I'm like, what? Oh my god, the smell alone reviled.
The smell.
And then, but I mean, it's a super cool detail because I would have expected that, and it's also like oh my god, what the fuck? So it's like not only does he know she's been standing there all day, but she's covered in every fluid that's ever existed, and it's fucking like, bro, at that point, bro, you got to take her to the priest, the hospital, everything. But he's like, go take a shower.
See, like when does the phone call to like support?
I think it's after this because by this
After
point,
this?
it's like because I like after the piss shit and all that stuff, it's like he's experienced enough potentially supernatural happenings for him to be like, I think I need to fucking call the back of the box.
Yeah, let's talk about that because like that call, like so the voice is the director Curry Barker. Like he's the one talking to the phone.
That is so funny. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's hilarious. He's just like, yeah. And like as soon as he answers the phone, it's like he knows everything that's happened so far between Bear and like he knows his wish, and like he knows that it's like later on when Curry's like talking about like the movie, he's like, yeah, like his wish is just a malevolent wish. Like there's like, you know, good wishes like, oh, I wish for somebody to like feel happy or something like that. I wish like them like good, like, you know, like a good life. But he's like, I don't know, I want the most just self-imposed wish that there ever could be, just completely rob somebody of their autonomy. And like, yeah, he just knows that. And one of my favorite parts of the call is like, hey, do you want to talk to Nikki? And it's just like,
bro, okay, you saying that was the funniest part of the call, that was the scariest moment in the entire movie for me, because
really?
Yes, it was not funny, like because of they set it up. And this is perfect, by the way. This is exactly what you would expect from like a 26-year-old who works customer service. So he calls and you know, he's just like, are you trying to file a cancel request? And he's like, and this is another thing, you know, he's fucked up because instead of saying yes, he goes, no, he doesn't. He still wants this bullshit. And he's like, but can we just make her more like her? Like, bro, well, you can't be, you know. And then he's, oh, you want to modify it? You can't do that. And he's like, this is hilarious. And he's like, oh, okay, then let me file a cancel request. We don't have that either. He's like, why the fuck's you offered? He's like, I was just anticipating your request. Like, that was funny. But when he's like, is there any way to like get back to her? And he's like, do you want to talk to her? And you hear like, you know, like the actor giving the most horrified, like murder trapped in hell performance. I was like,
yes, blood curdling scream.
And that was why it was scary, because it was like the supernaturalness comes through. You don't know anything like about what's happened to the real Nikki. You don't know, like, and then you just hear the screaming and he hangs up the phone and you're like, wow, like that was exactly what it must be like to call a Best Buy in 2026.
Dude, yeah, it was just so ominous. And like once that scream, obviously it was like funny because to me it was out of nowhere. It was a mix to me. I got both comedy and horror from it because it just came out of nowhere, and I was like, oh wow, like there's actually something like sinister going on. Like calling like a random number, not telling any information of the actual wish, and he just like, oh yeah, this app. You want to talk to Nikki right now?
and it connects the call, like
yes.
The other thing that's really interesting about this is it, like from like a logistical standpoint, why is there a customer support line if you can't do anything? Like,
yeah, I guess it kind of like
do they just send you a
it
new
just
one if it doesn't work? Is that the only
it
reason it's
just
there for?
reiterates you only have one wish. That's like you only have one wish, only
Yeah.
one wish,
Yeah, but
and it's just like an enforcer of like, yeah, like you can call it, but it's kind of an asshole move, honestly.
yeah,
Just like,
that's what I mean.
there's
It's like,
nothing you can do.
you know, when you call customer support for any kind of like a super large corporation and you get 6 robots and you never get anything solved. It's like, have you
Yes.
ever tried to make a reservation at like a chain restaurant before? And it's like, please press 1 to make a reservation.
Mm.
Press 2 if you have a party larger than 10 people. It's like that experience, but you just can't ever
Yes.
resolve your issue. And then you
Yeah.
keep going through all the options to try to connect me to a real person, and then it just doesn't happen. It was literally perfect, and then I'm pretty sure he goes back to the store and starts tweaking out to the store owner about it. And the guy's like, "What does it say on the box?" And then he's like, bro, and it's so funny because the dude's being overly chill. He's like, "Man, what was your wish? It surely could have been that bad." And he's like, "I wish a girl was obsessed with me." He went, "Damn, shit."
Yeah.
Yes.
Shit.
Have you
Oh, no,
tried?
he's like, oh, that's not that bad.
he's like, have you basically just tried rolling with it? And he's like, I can't
Yeah.
do that. And he's like, well, you could just kill yourself. Like, he's like,
That was my favorite.
yeah, he's like, well, I mean, yeah, if you die, the wish just continues. So you could just, end it.
Yeah.
It's like
You just try killing yourself.
Yeah. Once again, not helpful in the slightest.
He's like panicking. He's like, dude, like, where do you have any more wishing willows? He's like, nah, man, we sold out.
He's fucking with him. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's like, dude, it's right here. He's
Yes.
like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah. No. At first, he pretends like he has no idea what he's talking about, and that's what's even funnier.
Oh, you're right. He's like, what are you talking about? We never sold those. That's how like a movie like maybe like 10 years ago would have like done it. Like it
Yeah.
never happened to begin with. But like, no, in this world, it's still
Yes,
here. It's
yeah.
right.
It's like we're selling this at the counter now. Yeah, we actually
he
moved it
buys
to the
another.
register because it's
Yeah.
one thing I
We're a
did
little-
see. What's that?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say one thing that I did see in an interview with Curry is that the jingle is different when you've already used a wish versus when you break it. So apparently that was a hidden detail. So anytime Bear tries to break the wishing willow later, it's playing a different jingle because he can't. But when you're
I didn't
able
even know
to,
it's a jingle.
yes. So that's another fun detail. So yeah, he gets the other one, and pretty much from this point to the end of the movie is like why this is like one of the greatest films of all time, outside of just the performance by Inde. Is like, so we get the wishing willow, and then we immediately try to do the wish. It doesn't work, and then we're like, we got to find someone to make the wish, and then he eventually stumbles upon. Is this? Oh no, I think.
I was gonna say we're a little out of order, so we should
Yeah,
be
right.
like Ian Party right now.
Oh yeah, you're right. I think
Yeah,
the
just
party
like-
does the party happen before he. I think the party happens before he buys the second wishing willow, because
Right,
I think he
yeah.
buys the wishing willow, goes home, falls asleep, talks to real Nikki, which is terrifying. Okay, so you're right. Let's go to the party. Yeah. So Ian's like, dude,
party.
we got to have a guys' night out, and
He's lying, of course. but
Yes. And he's like, let's have a guy's night out. You can't separate from Nikki. You're weird. And he's like, bro, I guess I can. We're not in a toxic situationship. And he goes home and she's in the shower because now she's covered in the shit piss vomit situation.
Right.
And,
Yes.
And he's like, I'm thinking about having a guy's night, or I'm thinking about going over to Ian's house. She's like, oh, cool. I'll come with you. And then he says, it's guys only. And it sounds like someone smashed their entire body on the faucet the way like the shower
Dude,
cuts
it was
off.
just boom. Quiet after,
Yes.
and she's like, "Oh,
Yes.
so I can't go."
So you
like,
fucking
no,
hate
it's just
me.
a guy's night.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, "Why did I get a text from Sarah saying that she was going?" It's not a
toxic.
guy's
By the way,
night."
how does the demon text? How are they good at texting back? Because they're terrible at being a real human. So are they good at
Yeah.
responding to the group chat?
I'm sure there's like some memory transfer, like it's kind of fuzzy in the beginning. That's why she's like kind of fucking tweaking in the beginning, especially. But it seems like it kind of like goes on and on, and like she gets used to it. But yeah, that's the only like explanation I can come up with that.
That's pretty much how I feel about it. But it's just like it's a little bit like, all right, bro, whatever. So and then he eventually folds like a lawn chair with almost no effort. And then takes her to the party, and then we find out Ian's lying. So at least there's not that uncomfortable moment, but oh my god, this was insane. So they're at the party, they're playing like, I don't know, like sexy Jenga or some shit.
Yeah.
and they're sitting next to each other, and they end up having to move seats because like this.
Yeah, my brother's like, let me sit next to Nikki.
And it's like hot. By the way, like even at a regular party, I would have found that uncomfortable. It's like they're together. That was a weird move. So like I'll be honest. Like I'm gonna say a hot take. It was his fault for doing that. And then, so he's sitting next to Sarah, and then the next thing is like kiss the girl to your left. And Bear should know by this point. He should have just lied. He should have read the block and been like, I don't know, like show everyone a baby picture.
Attention.
I don't know why he thought it would be funny to say that shit out loud. And so,
Yes.
yeah, Nikki instantly starts tweaking, like violently makes a noise. Everybody's like, bro, yo, girl, tweaking for real. She gets up, walks behind Sarah. I thought she was going to kill her right then and there.
I thought she snapped her neck.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I was like, oh, but moves her out of the way and then just sits there like this. And I wanted to projectile vomit. Like they made the best, like the awkwardness that they cultivated in this movie needs to be studied by researchers. Like that was like the most party foul social fumble of all time. Like you can't do that in parties. And also, so the costume designer for this movie has a TikTok, and I watched their whole TikTok on this scene. And so apparently, they originally gave Nikki different clothes for this scene, but when they were talking with their guy friends about like what they find attractive in what women wear, they cultivated Nikki's entire outfit to be from the male gaze because like it would be like the possessed Nikki trying to wear what it thinks that Bear would want to see. So that's why we have the short jean shorts and the strapless top with very vibrant colors. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. And then obviously like after the party, everybody's like, and that's when they get home and, he does
Yeah, they get home and like they like fall asleep. I think he wakes up in the middle of the night to like
Sarah's
text to Sarah. Yeah. And like he actually gets up because I'm thinking that she's just gonna like immediately know when he's gone. But this is like,
hey, Bear.
Dude.
Instant chills. Because I'm like, the voice sounds different. And then, and the camera, bro, the camera is focusing on him and him reacting the whole time is what made the scene horrifying and like emotion provoking. It would hurt my heart, because, she's like, just kill me. And you're like, damn, that's kind of, and then, he's just like, but like, and she's like, I was never yours. And you're just like, and then she just keeps saying it over and over, and bro, he can't hear it, so he leaves. Horrible fucking person, by the way. Yeah. But man, that was sketch, bro.
Yeah, it's just like the ultimate, like losing your autonomy and just you can't do anything. And I don't know, I think she does remember like everything that happens.
Yes, and she's like, bro, be quiet. You might wake her up, bro. You might
wake her up. You're like, oh my god, like you don't know what this other thing is. Like obviously we're like, oh yeah, this is like a demon possessed like type scenario, but. Yeah, he leaves to go outside to like talk to Sarah for a bit. And at first she's like, meet me at the park. It's like 3 a.m.
Yes,
like,
yes. We're in high school. Like,
yeah, if you're not coming, I'm coming to you. And she pulls outside and, this is for like her last school that she wants to get into like the most. And she's like, I want to open it with you, of course. They're going throughout this whole scenario. If you want to like,
bro,
like go about how this scenario goes for me.
So from like a camera perspective, for some fucking reason, it's constantly in a wider shot. Typically, a scene like this would have the camera right up in the character's face, absorbing all the emotions in 99% of the screen. The camera frames both of them at like, I would say 50% of the shot. They're not like on one side to the left or right. They're smack dab in the middle, but there's a lot of background. And I'm extremely unsettled because I know this shot is very iconic in horror movies for when you find out the killer's right behind you. So they're having this very long, dramatic, emotional conversation, but the whole time it's in this wider shot. So I'm like, I'm uncomfortable. So she opens the envelope and then, actually, no, they don't open the envelope. They're talking. And she eventually pretty much just admits, that like, hey, look, I'll be honest. So like, I like you and I've been here the whole time. And she thinks that Nikki's the one being toxic and manipulating him. But obviously she's like kind of blinded by her attraction for Bear. And so Bear it kind of clicks. He's like, oh my gosh, this is cool. Still a shitty person, by the way. Because if you think about it, they're about to kiss. And from everyone else's perspective, he has a girlfriend at the house. So once again, doing some toxic shit. And then like, I think it's right after they kiss, Nikki cuts the corner at 90 miles an hour like a NASCAR driver, plunges her head into the window, shatters it, puts a brick on the steering wheel, and proceeds to, without a cut from the camera, smashes Sarah's face into the brick until her entire face caves in like a scene from Weapons. And there's a fucking eyeball drooping out, and the whole time Nikki's hair is covering her face like the Ringu ghost killer. And it was the most jarring jump scare that I've experienced in the past 5 years of my life, and to proceed to have the gore of her face get smashed with the brick. And I thought, it can't get worse than this. Like, there's nothing else. Like, this is the pinnacle violent scene of the movie. This is like the this is the thing. But after this, they end up doing whatever, and like
they hide the body and something like that.
Oh yeah, she's like, "Hey, we gotta hide him," and he's like, "What the fuck?" And she's like, "We have to do it." So they throw her in the back of the trunk, and then we get like probably the funniest scene in the movie, which is going to see Ian. Do you want to take us through seeing Ian? Because this is
it was. I was gonna say before, like the oh my god, like I think he drives off somewhere and he still has the envelope, and of course we're like,
oh, bro, you know
we know she got in, and he's just like,
yes,
yeah, I love that. And he's freaking out. Then he goes to the shop to buy another one. He buys another one, goes to Ian's house, and Ian is like, he is being rational, because like it wouldn't make sense of like, oh, I broke this and this is why she's become obsessed with me.
I gotta disagree.
Like, of course.
Bro went on a murder investigation to find out if her dad had cancer. Like, if you're that convinced that God had to intervene to make this relationship possible, you'd think that he'd be like a little bit more like, maybe that's just how I think. I personally don't like, I don't believe in like magic and stuff like that in that capacity. But if someone with their whole heart and soul on their knees was begging and pleading and telling me this is the case, and they're literally covered in blood, I'm like, okay, they're either experiencing psychosis or they're telling the truth. In any case, I don't want to take the chance. I'm not going to be so, bro, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, no, so he just like, doing what dudes do, like when you don't believe your homie, just fucking around. He's like, okay, I just wish like this never happened, basically. Just do it, just say like this never happened. And he's like, man, what, this doesn't mean, I wish I had $1 billion. And then, no, and the money is just is raining. And a lot of I've seen like a lot of people on like TikTok and Reddit being like, I thought this money was just gonna like smash like Ian and kill him, but no, it's just falling in front of them.
So much funnier that it's coming out of nowhere, and it's just dollar bill clumps are just hitting them on the head, and it's like the most extremely serious circumstance, and it's just $1 million, $1 billion just falling out of the sky.
Yes, it's just doing it. There's no negative feedback. It seems like that's like a benevolent wish, like compared to Bear's wish. So he just gets what he wants.
It's not a genie. It's just exactly what you asked for.
Exactly what you asked for. Yeah, and Bear just runs home, and it just gets like ultimate creepy Max, bro. She's in the fucking corner. Like he's like. Like, I think he has like does he have like another wishing willow? I think he has 2. Yeah.
Yes.
He buys 2, and he's just freaking out. He might go back to buy another one. He's like, I need you to make this wish for me, babe. I need you. And she's in the corner, and you see her, and she's just like dressed up exactly how Sarah is.
Bro, she's wearing her tattoos.
Wearing the tattoo, she like drew tattoos on her that match her. I think she has a cigarette to match the smoking. Man, it's so weird,
bro. And then her fucking body is naked in the other room. By the way,
her body's like stripped and naked and like scalped in the other room. And he's just like, okay, and he's just fucking freaking out. And one of my favorite moments is she just like on like her knees, like begging like for forgiveness from Bear, and he's like, dude, just act normal, please, you have to fix this scenario. And then something happened. I think like at first something happens, and like she like does like her reverse walk, man, and that's like the most like unhuman like thing she's done the entire time.
It's like ants on my skin.
Bear again. No, stop it.
She's just doubling down on the tweaking. He's like, relax. And she's like
banging on the door the entire time. He opens it finally. And it's one of my favorite memes. He's like, dude, I just won $1 billion. And I have seen so many posts of like Patrick with his face.
Yeah, the game is so... Bro.
Nikki's just like, boom,
bro. It's like
face blown, a headshot.
So this is usually a gun has to be like there has to be a Chekhov's gun. We have to present the gun earlier in the scenario so that way it's believable when it happens. Her pulling out like a revolver that has never been established at any point in the movie is like one of the funniest things of all time. Bro, I just won $1 million. Like he's ignoring the scenario, ignoring everything that's happening in the room because there is a tabernacle of ritual shit on the ground. There's probably blood. There's a body in the next room. Everyone's covered in blood. They're tweaking, and he's just like, "Bro, I won $1 million." And just gets his smooth off. You say, bro? Like just caved in, face gonzo, dead.
Fucking destroy every one of those. Like the 4-friend group, man, is just ruined. Like because of Bear. That's what I was thinking. Like after the movie's over, Bear's just fucked this entire situation up. But he's like freaking out, and then he finally like decides to make I would say the right choice, honestly, after just fucking up this bad. He's like he has the gun.
He's like, I'm gonna log off.
I'm gonna be done with it. And then he's like,
he can't do it, bro. I'll be honest.
He can't do it.
I couldn't. I was thinking about this either. In my head, I'm like, bro, I would do it. I think I'd be able to log out like that. But then, like the way the camera fixates on him in the mirror, I'm like, actually, I think it really would be hard to blow your shit smooth off. Like, because I was tense and I'm somebody else. And then we get the actually instead of the Chekhov's gun, we get Chekhov's oxycodone because that's what that's what his cat overdosed on earlier.
He takes the pills, and once again I saw another. I love how the directors and the actors have been talking this much. Have you seen this one too? About,
I've seen this one.
What's coming up? He's talking, and I think Curry's like, the actor of Bear, it's Michael, right? He was like, like this is fine, but what if we just like. What if, like, the last second he's like, I'm gonna vomit up these pills? Like the ultimate.
That was
like,
so much. Like he's still a piece of shit. Like that was perfect. That was perfect. I love that. Yeah.
But right before he tries to, Nikki makes her own wish to like, I'm sure to.
I thought that was against the rules, by the way.
You thought so?
Yeah, like I didn't mind it. It was a really cool detail. But it was for me. It was a little bit like a. Can a wish make a wish? Like I started thinking of the logistics. Like we got 5 minutes left of the movie, and I'm like, I don't know about that.
Yeah. It's hard because like it's still like her own person. We're taking person very lightly when we say that. So that's I'll give it some grace when it comes to that. But we get like the almost Romeo and Juliet type ending, except for boom, like she doesn't know that Bear took these pills, and he just dies. He starts showing in the mouth, he dies, and she just snaps back to reality.
Well, she's about to blow her shit smooth off too.
Oh yeah, you're right. She is, yes. And then like I guess it takes a little bit to die from pills, right?
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, and like everything comes
back to reality.
Oh yes,
dude.
And she has to just deal with this after, and the wailing of the credits is perfect.
Yes.
Actor's
reaction too, like observing like every detail randomly observed, and it's like the memory of what just happened, like the reality that you're back to it. Bear's fucking dead. Ian's dead right there. There's blood and liquid everywhere. Sarah's dead in the next room. Bro, literally. Yep. Bro, I saw one comment. It was some random TikTok comment buried in it was like the 14th comment or something. They just said, "At least she has $1 billion." Bro, I started laughing so much.
Just to know that happened. I don't even know she's happened.
Bro, and then so yes, that was the entire movie, and as everyone can probably see, we're really excited about it. I think an important thing to circle back to, though, is how a lot of people have been misinterpreting the message of this movie and been like, "Women tweak, don't they?" Mm-hmm. So like that's the bit. Is apparently I've been hearing some dudes are just like receiving it like, "Yeah, my girl act crazy like that too."
That's
instead of understanding that it's like completely Bear's fault, like
Bear's fault.
They're like, yeah, bro, women tweak, like, bro, what?
Women be tweaking, bitch. Bitch be tweaking.
Yeah, like
that's like they bitch be tweaking. That's literally what they say.
Yeah, they're getting the wrong message, bro. Yeah, and then man, so okay, fuck. Movie.
Got through it.
All right. So after the movie, what were some concluding remarks? Like, what did you think about it? Like, give it your score. How did it feel walking out of the theater? What'd you have to say?
Yeah, like I saw this midday, and like just walking back to my place, man, I would just like, It was like a big sigh. Like I'm out of it. I was really into the movie. Like when I go to see a movie, I think you're the same. You just get like lost in it, and then when you leave, you're just like there's just like this feeling you can't describe when leaving a movie, and especially if it's a good one. If it's a bullshit one, you're just like, okay, thank God that was done. But like, yeah, I was just like in a trance almost, just thinking about it, and then like as soon as I got home and I got on my phone, I just started seeing obsession TikToks like
Immediately.
back to back to back. The TikTok, it's scary. Like I don't even know what happened. I don't even think I looked up anything with it.
I think
it's just.
This one is a pop culture phenomenon, and less like your phone is listening to you, which, in my opinion, because like I totally get why. The second I walked out of the theater, I was like, "Yep, that one's going on probably top 5 or top 10 of all time," because there's like nothing about this movie. Which honestly, I don't think I've keyed it in Letterboxd yet. No, I did. And I think I'm gonna have to change my score actually. But there's like almost nothing to complain about this movie. Like if we go through like criticisms, like it was honestly just like. My criticism about it's like bullshit criticism. Like, can a wish make a real wish? Why the like you know what about why do we have like a customer service line? Like, there's nothing else. Like, there's the perfect amount of violence, perfect amount of like the performances are legendary. The concept is awesome. They provide just enough. The movie is the perfect length. Like fuck.
And like almost unknown actors too. Like the only person that's in here that's really known is Andy Richter, who is Sarah's father.
Oh
He's
yeah.
the guy who plays
Why is he in this
Mort from,
movie?
like, I don't know.
Like
A favor.
But yeah, so like I put this in Letterboxd as a 4.5 out of 5, but after doing the whole pod, I think I'm gonna go ahead and change it back. I'm gonna change it to a 5 because I don't have a criticism. I don't have a genuine criticism. Like even from like a cinematography perspective, like I think I just gave it a 4.5 because there's probably a movie I like better, but I can't think of one right now. And like I know this is like this is post hype convo, so it's like it's recency bias, but I don't know why it wouldn't be a 5.
yeah, because I was thinking like 4.5 at first, and then you just said like we haven't really said any criticisms. Like this was just a fun ride through and through. Like I really liked it. Like they did so much with so little. Like we didn't even talk about the budget. It was like
$20, yeah.
It's like $750,000, and he is already like I'm looking at the box office is 44 million. Like this is a smash hit success when it comes to like especially like a horror movie, and it's like it was a perfect runtime. It wasn't 2 hours. It was less than 2 hours. Like we didn't need less or more of this. Perfect. I gotta put in a 5 too. Like this is what I'm talking about, man. These YouTubers, these comedy people, like they just know what they're doing, man.
Yes.
I'm excited for what's next.
Chronically
like,
online Gen Z makes good movies.
But please, Backrooms, please be good. Like please, like I know like Resident Evil coming up this year too. Please, like this is what I'm asking. We're in a golden age. It's coming up.
No, like for horror, like because this movie was heavily inspired by the movie Pearl, and I love its predecessor X. Like we have been getting bangers in horror. Like we're having a renaissance. Actually, not even a renaissance. It does feel like a new age because a renaissance would imply that everything is inspired by like previous things. But I think we're out of the slasher genre. We're out of the campy ghost like genre because like the 80s. And like a little bit in the early 90s, it's your so 80s is like your slasher, 90s is like your kind of like your meta slasher-esque situation. Then we start getting into like the ghost shit, like Paranormal Activity, and then we get elevated horror, which comes into the Jordan Peele, and now we're in like this perfect mix where we get elevated horror, but also like just straight horror. It's like they're mixing. So like we're here. We're in it.
I'm so down.
I'm so down.
Always like, I love the mysterious stuff with it. Like I feel like most of these movies we talk about, there's like some mysterious element, like you said, that they don't go into all the way. They don't have to explain it, and that's the best part. I love it.
So I saw
you don't need to.
The most recent exorcism movie with I think it was Russell Crowe. I think he might be the primary actor in that.
Oh my god!
And it's everything.
You think of like, I forgot the name of it, but it's not. Is it? It's like something like the Pope's Exorcist. You talking about that?
Yeah. So
yeah.
Which actually I don't know if that's an exorcism sequel or if it's a sequel to like The Nun and stuff, but it's unimportant. Basically, that's everything wrong with horror movies. It's like you've overcasted the movie. There's like over explaining the whole time. It's only jump scare related, and at the end of the movie, they're literally casting magic at each other like it's a Harry Potter movie. It's like the worst. It's like a culmination of not even garbage. It's like a culmination of sludge. It's radioactive waste. But something like this is like it's like art, you know. It's like I see a vision here, and I would see like 600 more movies that this person would make. So I'm like, this is peak. Real quick, we'll do the grave mistakes. So for anyone unfamiliar, this is the decision that led to the utmost downfall.
I think we can agree.
I have to veto the Wishing Willow wish because that's too easy.
No, that's fine. I'm just gonna go with just Bear. Bear's just insecurity of himself, not being just can't do that straightforward thing of like, you know what, like, can I take you on a date? Can we go off to coffee? Not even giving her the fucking gift that he bought for her. Like, just so much. Like, I can't even describe this guy. He's just like the worst type of guy, like feeling that the world is against him in every single way.
Just take some accountability.
Just take some accountability, please. He's like oh my God. I know you haven't seen like the last, he's like the fucking Deep from The Boys, bro. Like, there's no accountability. He's done nothing
Cannot
wrong.
be relied on.
I hate it so much, but what do you think? Do you agree, or like, is there anything else that?
So like, obviously another cop out would be Ian wishing for $1 million, but I think a really good one has to be either Sarah or Ian not truthfully communicating the circumstance to Bear sooner. Now that is a little bit of victim blaming, but if any of his day ones were to be like, look, dog, I'm like, I know you like her, but, you know, her and I have been kind of seeing each other on and off, and it wouldn't be cool if I didn't tell you. Or if Sarah was just like, I like you, and Nikki don't fuck with you like that for real.
Yeah, if that happened like the night of trivia,
Yeah.
boom. But that's not her fault. It's like, it's just so hard.
No, I'm not. No. Nikki is the only person in the entire movie without blame. Sarah is pretty much without blame too. But but like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of Ian responsibility here that we're ignoring. Like, when your homies start tweaking out, you got to be there for them. You got to be honest. Like, if like you or somebody started talking crazy, I'd be like, reel it in, brother. We have a reality check here. But, you know, Ian's kind of an asshole. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really have any criticisms. There wasn't like, I don't remember there being a significant score. Like, I don't think there was like a lot of needle drops in this movie. And then we already pretty much gave it a rating. So what would you do a sequel possibility real quick? What would you do if you had to run it?
Oh, okay. I guess if we actually had to run it,
Which we should.
It would be like another like Wishing Willow type.
Oh, like
scenario.
an anthology with like the Wishing
Yeah.
Willow. I could see that.
Yeah. Of like, oh, we could be like somebody who was just in the store when Bear was like, he came in there bloodied and he took some.
That'd be so good.
Yeah, and then we start off with like, oh, I'll take one of these and just see. Or it could be like a nice happy opposite where we see what goes right with a Wishing Willow, like a good wish.
That would be unprecedented.
I don't think we need any feel good movies. We want to feel bad recently.
Yes.
So yeah.
It's kind of like it's like the Smile Demon. You can kind of like do like a little cameo appearance of the previous victim and then cut right into the next movie.
Exactly.
That'd be cool. I would fuck with an anthology, even like a TV show, like an 8-episode series. You know.
Oh, like a Wish of the Week.
Yeah, like Black Mirror or something. You know, with the Wishing Willow. That'd be kind of cool. I could fuck with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, like, I have nothing else to say. Like, I'm just floored in a good way.
Whatever Curry Barker does next, man, like he's got my seat.
Just
ass in seat. Yeah.
Money in hand.
Money in hand. Take it, please.
All right. Well, if that's the end of it, I think that concludes our podcast. Please engage with the content. I'm sorry that we have an inconsistent posting schedule. That is completely my fault. I even woke up late for this one. But like it, share it, watch the whole thing, enjoy yourself, and go see the movie.
Please do. Like, support it. Support these small creators, and we get more of this stuff.
Yes, let's make more millionaires.